The Attorney General for Washington has filed a civil lawsuit against the Washington Commanders, its owner, the National Football League, and the commissioner, Roger Goodell. It is alleging that they colluded to deceive fans and district residents about the league's investigation into the team's toxic workplace culture and allegations of sexual assault in an effort to maintain a strong fan base and increase profits. What the hell is going on here? This investigation was to have occurred and settled last summer of 2021. But it's coming out now that they attempted to not allow a witness to testify. Dan Snyder apparently lied in his so-called deposition when he was on his yacht. I don't know, I've never seen a deposition being taken on a yacht. Normally it's in a very formal proceedings. So Attorney General Karl Racine is suing because, in his words, you can't lie to DC residents in order to protect your image and profits and get away with it, no matter who you are, even if you're the National Football League. So he's not only going after Dan Snyder and the Commanders team, he's actually blaming Roger Goodell and the NFL organization for allowing this to, finding out about it, doing this private investigation, an oversight commission, not sharing the findings, and then finding Dan Snyder $10 million, and his wife had to take over the day-to-day operations. So, and from what I'm understanding is he had a say in some of that. Usually when you've done something wrong, you don't get to choose how things are going to be and how things are going to work. So that's a little bit strange in itself that Roger Goodell had him at the table deciding his punishment. The AG, Karl Racine, says that we will issue subpoenas. We will seek testimony under oath. So this is going to be a serious situation. Is he going to take down the Dan Snyder, who has reportedly gone to the bank to talk about selling the team, or at least part of the team? There's a whole bunch of talk about some monies that may not have been appropriated in the right way. And again, these are all allegations that have not been proven. But it looks like this business was not run correctly. They say that the cheerleaders staff were exploited. There's no functional HR, and it's run like a mafia-like workplace. Snyder and the NFL had their sexual harassment probe and covered it up. And Racine says that Snyder lied in his statements. He actually used the words lies. And for an attorney general to say that, he must have more information, that he's planning to catch him. Now, the league says this is, baseless allegations, and, they have not colluded with the Commanders. But could I see Roger Goodell trying to cover up some things so it doesn't give the NFL a bad image? Absolutely. I absolutely can see that. Because to him, the brand is everything, right? If you tarnish the shield, there's going to be issues, whether it's you pay for it as an individual, or they've got to cover it up. Apparently, there was inappropriate comments made within the workplace, and a creation of a lewd behind the scenes video of a cheerleader's calendar. So this is the first I'm hearing about that. Snyder says he has no knowledge of any calendar, that this is the first that he's hearing of it. He's never heard of it. He's never seen it. And he says that he doesn't glorify sexual harassment. But although apparently he's part of the problem, so maybe he doesn't realize what he's doing is sexual harassment. So maybe he needs some sexual harassment training. And again, the employees say it's like a mafia. There's bullying, vulgar language when talking to subordinates, and creating a culture of fear and paranoia. Doesn't sound like a very good workplace. It'll be interesting to see how far the NFL goes to protect Snyder, because if we all recall, maybe a month ago or so, he was saying if the NFL tried to get rid of him, he would dish the dirt. He was going to start talking about the other teams, the other owners, Roger Goodell, and the NFL organization. And I don't know Snyder, obviously, but from what I can see, he's that type of guy. If he's like, I'm going down, you're going down. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. It's also noted that there's going to be dozens of interviews, and Racine says that the law provides for fines of $5,000 per lie. So if they can prove that you lied about something, for every lie, you're going to pay a $5,000 fine. It's going to be pretty interesting. The complaints that were looked into, the civil complaints, had more than 40 employees. Now they're going to go back to even further than that. So they're going to look at present employees and past employees, and probably anybody who's dealt with the organization in general, just to see what their experience with the workplace culture has been over the years. The NFL spokesman, Brian McCarthy, says, "We reject the legally unsound and factually baseless allegations made today by the D.C. Attorney General against the NFL and the Commissioner Goodell, and will vigorously defend against those claims." Interesting that they don't say anything about Snyder. So are we going to start having Snyder throw Goodell under the bus? Is Goodell going to throw Snyder under the bus to try to save themselves? We'll wait and see. The Commanders are at this point valued at $5.6 billion. Even if the team is sold, because these incidents happened when Snyder was the owner, these proceedings will move forward. Subscribe to Rovis Rants, hit the like button, and I will keep you up to date on this situation because it's not going anywhere, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of juicy details. Don't forget to hit the bell, and it'll notify you when I have another stream online.